Happy Friday, everybody. I am going to come in here and share a few things with you guys. I'm excited to show you guys an eyeshadow tutorial as well as a full face application. So I'm just going to start. I used this Saint Cream first. That's what I use all over my face to give it some moisturizer. I love this stuff so much. It's just a little pump like this and it's awesome. So I use that. As well as this e.l.f. Poreless Primer. And I usually use that like over kind of like my areas where I have larger pores just to kind of help that. And a very small amount goes a long way with that. Another thing I recently got was, my friend told me about this, the serums. It's a sun tint serum. So I've been using this as well. And it's just got a SPF in it, and it's just a little bit of a tinted. So I do have a little bit of that on as well. And I'm really loving this. So it's just good to have a little bit of that on, to have some sunscreen on my face before I start and kind of to prime it as well. So those are some things that I start with. Next, what I just learned was I got this Perfector sponge. There's so many brands of these, styles of these out here. This is the Saint one. But this is really good for setting your makeup when you're going to do a full face application beforehand. So I love that about it. I'm going to use this though after I do my eyeshadow, just because I'm going to do my shadow first. And then that way, if anything kind of falls beneath, I can kind of clean it up before then going and doing my full rest of my face. So I had showed you guys that I got some new makeup. So I'm going to do some eyeshadows here, and this is the 4-step application that I'm going to do with the eyeshadow. I've never like worked with 4 eyeshadows, but it's such a pretty result in the end, and it actually is so simple that I'm loving that. So I have a few different colors here. There's so many different like inspiration pictures and stuff, but the one that I'm doing I can share with you guys in the comments is where I'm going to use this color called Bubba all over first. So I'm just going to kind of go, I'm doing the Love Hack. So this right here first is leveling. So I'm going to go over all of my eyelid. And I'm kind of just like neutralizing it because I do get like kind of bluish, you know, colors and stuff underneath it, and just unevenness in my lid here. It just kind of shows, you know, all those little veins and stuff like that. And so I'm just going to cover that here first. So L, it's called Love, L-O-V-E. So this is leveling or neutralizing. So that's my first step on it. And you kind of just go over the lid here. Okay, and then the next part is ombreing. So that is where I'm gonna go with my next color. And I'm gonna go into what's called Lullaby here. So it's a little bit darker. I'm gonna go in and kind of go to the outer color or outer corner of my eye and kind of just, I don't wanna go too far out here. And I'll kind of clean this up, but I'm just going to kind of go into this area right here. Also, I'm working in a window so you guys can see all my imperfections in the coverage that I'm about to get from Saint, which I'm super excited about because I have a lot of like imperfections and stuff that I can cover. So a lot of blemishes, a lot of brown pigmentation and stuff. We've been outside more, even though I wear SPF, I still have all the brown come out from melasma and just hormones and whatever else, and just dry patches, you know, all sorts of things. Okay, so now I worked with the Lullaby, and you guys, you can add, this is all buildable, so you can add more if you want more. You can add less if you want less, but this is dark. I usually do just a pretty basic color on my eyes. I usually don't do too much color. So this is kind of darker for me, but it looks pretty good, really good when it's all put together. So the next color right here is called Kin. It's really pretty. It's kind of like a plumish color. And this is where I'm going to do the V. So the V part of Love. And this is where I just kind of come into here and kind of do this and make like a V with the shadow. And I've seen if you do want it to be like more dark, you can use like a setting spray and spray your brush too. And that will really make it kind of pop and like the color a lot darker as well if you're looking for maybe a little bit more darkness from the color. If I can do this eyeshadow, you guys can do this too, because I'm just not like usually an eyeshadow person, but like I said, it makes such a pop to your eyes and really brings them out. I have two different colored eyes. I have like a greenish hazel color to my eyes, but one of my eyes has a little bit more brown in it. So my eyes, I don't really know what color they are, it just depends. But I think these colors right here look really pretty with like hazel eyes, green eyes, whatever. Okay, so this is the V part, and the last part is E, or enlightening. So this is where I take the shimmery part. So this one is called As You Wish. So I'm just gonna use my finger for this. You can also use a different brush. But I'm just taking this As You Wish color, and it's just a little shimmer. And I'm gonna go into this part of my eye right here and just kind of tap it in. So I'm working kind of just in the center or middle, or here to like only like the midline. So just this part right here. And I'm working in a mirror, or my camera phone right now. I have a mirror over here, so I might have to pop into my mirror every now and then because it's hard to see really in here. And also, like I said, I'm working it towards the window in the mirror because I want to be able to see. I want you guys to be able to see this better, but it's harder than for me to see, but it's okay. Okay, so here is my eyeshadow look here to start. So you can see that there's eyeshadow that has fallen kind of below here. You can add in some eyeliner. I might do that in a second here. But I'm just going to kind of sweep this away. Get that off of there. And actually it wasn't too bad for falling. Sometimes shadows can get really, drop a lot on mine. So, okay, next I'm gonna go in with my Perfector sponge. I have setting spray from the previous stuff I use. I still do like a lot of Line Life stuff. That's what I used before I changed over to Saint. But this, I'm just gonna use, so any kind of setting spray you have, you can use on like a blender or blendable blender brush or blender, what are these called? Little sponge. But this is where you're gonna take this now. I got it wet first, I wring it out, I kind of dried it off so there wasn't any like wet, lot of water in it, and then I just put the setting spray on it. And I'm just gonna go into a few areas here where I have like more high movement around my eyes. And I'm just gonna kind of tap it in, and then around my mouth as well. This is something I learned from a leader of mine that does this. And she's like, I talk a lot during the day. You don't want to do it all over your face, but you could just kind of do it in the areas where you're having more movement in your face, you know? My forehead. I'm expressive. So, okay, I'm gonna start with that. And next I'm gonna go on to using a couple different brushes. I need to clean them. I haven't cleaned them now here today, or since I did 2 days ago. I'm gonna do them later. But so this is my 3D brush. So this is what this one looks like right here. It's kind of got this tapered end, which I really like for getting like under the eyes. This is my Bella Bronzer brush that comes with the Bella Bronzer Duo or combo. This is the detail brush. So it's more compacted in there. And then I think this is the blend brush. Yes, that's what this is called. So I'm going to use this maybe more for like the blush and contour. But I'm going to start with my 3D brush. And I'm going to start by going into my lightest color, which is right here. And for this one, for me, I did Aura. So I'm going to go in, and just because you guys we're doing a full face doesn't mean that you have to use a ton more makeup. It's just that you're kind of densifying in certain areas and you're using a different technique. Instead of doing a lot of swirling like I do, I'm going to be kind of packing some stuff in a little bit more, and you can get, like I said, more coverage out of this. So I'm just going to do this, And then also I wanted to mention, when I'm doing like my lightening and under eye area, I'm not going way down on my face. A lot of people will go like way down here. I want everything to kind of be drawn up and lifted, so I keep it under my eye here and don't go down to the middle part of my cheek. So I'm just taking this and then I'm going into, like I said, my areas. Same as every time, whether you do the cheetah hack or this full coverage hack or application, you're always gonna just do the brightening highlight in your under eye area and kind of your T-zone. I get redness around my nose, so I'm gonna put it right here and then on my chin as well. So this is where I'm going with my brightening, just to kind of bring some light to my face in those areas. So, okay, so the next, what I'm gonna do is I am going to go in with the other side of this detail brush, and I'm gonna use, I'm between two colors right now. We're kind of liking to use two colors. So I'm gonna start with my lighter color, which my colors are Mango and Sandy right now. So Sandy's darker, Mango's darker, Sandy's lighter. So I'm just gonna kind of go in here and I'm just gonna kind of work in this softer part right here of my cheek. And then here. And then I'm gonna go with the darker color and I'm gonna go kind of down here with this darker color. And then I'm gonna go with my lighter of the two colors and go up here. Just because I am putting more of the warmth and like the contour, the darker part up here, and I kind of keep it lighter towards the front of my face. So that's what I'm doing there. And then on my forehead, you can kind of tap into both however you want to do it. I kind of just, you can do, yeah, a little bit of both. So I'm just gonna go around here, trying to think of some other areas. I have that little dark spots kind of around here. So I think I pretty much got side of my nose, that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of blend this out. Actually, I'm gonna do my contour next. So this is where I'm gonna use my detail brush this time. So this one's the more compacted detail brush, and I'm gonna dip into that. This is Astoria, is my contour color. So I'm gonna dip into here, and this, I love this brush because it's really going to define your cheekbones. So you can see mine are right here. I go just kind of below a little bit of that. And you kind of just pack this in here. And I kind of go right to this outer part of my eye. I try not to drag that contour down here. So I'm gonna be working up with this. And then I just went down. So here is where I'm working with this here, right below my cheekbone. It's gonna look a little crazy because it is more full coverage, even though it doesn't feel heavier, you know? And then I'm gonna go down. I love that this brush is flat and kind of compacted, so you can actually really define your nose as well with this. So I have really far set eyes and a big space between them. So I like to try to narrow that myself. So I usually go in a little bit closer. I try to on my nose. And then you can always take that brightening at the end and kind of work it down the middle a little bit. Got a little heavy on the nose there. Okay, next I'm gonna take my contour right around here on my hairline. So just through here. Okay, and then next, just kind of through my jawline. Okay, so it looks kind of crazy, doesn't it? So I'm gonna set these brushes down. And then next I'm going to just kind of blend this out. So I'm going to work just as I normally do in my light areas. And again, instead of swirling like I normally do in blending, I'm going to just kind of pack this in. So kind of working in these lighter areas. After I do this part, I'm gonna have to look over here a little bit at this. And I'm going to also use this 3D tapered side and kind of do under my eyes. So like I'm kind of learning as I'm teaching you guys here doing this. I haven't had like a ton of practice with this full coverage. Or like really not any at all. Because I'm not doing this a lot, honestly, but we do have a fun Friday plan, so I figured I'd get a little bit more, do a little bit more makeup today than what I normally do. Okay, also I wanted to go under my, I'm really liking this look of doing my contour under my lip here. Okay, so next I'm going to blend out this bronzer, or the contour. So I'm using my detail brush again. And again, I'm just kind of tapping this in and working this in. Like so, and then blending this up. And then also down my nose. Okay, I just need to check over in this mirror really quick. Okay, so that's a good start, I feel, with that. Okay, next I'm going to move on and go to my bronzer and then lip and cheek as well. So this is where I'm going to take this blend brush. So this one's a little bit different. I haven't worked obviously with this one really at all, but I've been told that if you are using this, you know, the contour is more pronounced than what it probably normally is. So you're not going to need to use as much of the bronzer. So I'm going to go into my Bella bronzer here. I'm just going to kind of tap into here. So it's not as much. And I'm just going to kind of work into some areas here with this bronzer. Maybe down my nose a little bit. So I don't feel like I need much because I really like how the contour is looking right now too. But they are different. So your contour will give you dimension and kind of definition to your face and highlight like your bone structure, where contour is going to bring in more warmth. So I love the color of the Bella bronzer. There's different ones, but oh my gosh, this one is just like a really universal bronzer that a lot of people really love. So okay, so I'm just gonna kind of do that. And then I'm actually gonna go in with one of my other, maybe even just my finger probably, and just do a little bit more of the brightening down my nose here. So I feel like I took some of that away and I added a lot of contour on my nose. Okay, so next I'm gonna go into my lip and cheek, which I'm excited about. I have a few different colors. I got Cindy, I got the pink grapefruit. Both of these are such pretty colors. But I really wanted to show you guys also a more nude combo that I got that I really love as well. So I'm gonna go into, this is where I have, I'm still learning colors and stuff here, suede lip liner, and then I've got the Sadie lip and cheek. So I'm gonna use that on my lip, and then I think I am gonna do the pink grapefruit though on my cheeks. So they're gonna be a little bit different. Usually I do it all in the same, but I'm just gonna play around here. So I'm gonna go into, use the same blend brush, and then I'm just gonna kind of work right here on my cheeks. Oops, I went into the wrong color there. And again, right here. So I'm just kind of working like right at the top of the apples here, and then just kind of bring it up a little bit. Don't want to bring it down. And then I'm gonna actually use my Bella bronzer brush to just kind of work this in a little bit. It looks bright here, I think, in this lighting. I don't know if it actually is as much when I'm not in this lighting. But it's such a pretty color. I love that. So that's pink grapefruit that I have on my cheeks right now. Really pretty. I can also put on my lips, but again, I want to show you really quick this lip liner and lip duo. So I'm just going to go into my detail brush here. This is more, you can use this for your eyeliner if you want. There's a black color that you can get for if you want to do eyeliner in Saint. I haven't gotten that yet, but this is what I'm going to do here. So I might have to watch in the other mirror, but I'll try to stay back. So here's where I just am going to line my natural lip. And I just kind of go a little bit out of the lip line. So I love this brush right here because this is like, you can use it for so many things, you guys. You can use it for your eyebrows. You can go in with your contour into your brows, which I'll show you. You can use it as lip liner, and then you can also use it, like I said, lip liner, eyeliner as well. So super awesome that there's multi-uses for it. So yeah, just line my lips there really easy, and then I'm gonna go into Sadie, and that's this lip right here, which is super just neutral, not bold, but so pretty. It would look really pretty too, I think, if I did the pink grapefruit on here, but I just wanted to show you guys what this one looks like if you're not a bright lipstick person. I just feel like my lips look hydrated. I really love it. So okay, so I pretty much have all of this kind of done and worked in here. What next was I gonna do? I was gonna show you guys this, how to set my everything, and then also, I was gonna show you guys the illuminator. So I have an illuminator called Rose Gold. This is really pretty. I just kind of work this into like right under my eye here. And this is like a cream, which is really pretty because again, it's like really hydrated. So I'm gonna go under here, and then you can kind of go right at the top of your lips. You can go on the tip of your nose. A little goes a long ways. And it's just pretty. It just brings light and brightness to certain areas of your face. You can go under your eyebrows here. I was gonna work on that. I was showing you guys, I think I showed you guys already, but the contour, how you can take contour and work your eyebrows, work this into your eyebrows, which is really cool. And then another trick I learned is taking your, the same brush, you take a little of your setting spray, spray it into this brow gel that I have, and then you kind of just mix this around. And this is awesome because then you can take this and then you can kind of get your eyebrows to lift and give them some fullness and shape. You can go as crazy or as little as you want, but I love like a laminated brow look where it's, you can see all the little fibers and hairs. So just bring those up a little bit, give them some shape. I think that's so fun. Okay. And then the last thing you need to do is just get everything set. So there's different ways you can do that with powder, or I have the Vanilla Dust, the Vanilla Dust setting powder or like a spray. But I'm gonna take my Bella bronzer brush and use like the really soft, not as compacted end. And I'm just gonna kind of dip into here. And then I'm just gonna press this into my face to get it to kind of set here. It's so crazy because I can tell by looking in here, this is a lot more makeup I feel like than I normally wear. It's a full face, but it doesn't feel heavy. Like it doesn't really feel like anything different. I can just see that it's different. But I think it looks really good, so. And same with my eyeshadow, like it seems like kind of a lot than what I normally do. You can kind of blend this together too. But yeah, that's my finished look, you guys. I'm happy with it. I lost an earring, or maybe I didn't put the other one in, but I'm happy with the look. I feel like it feels, like I said, really good. I just wanted to show you a few things, how things work. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna probably throw on a little eyeliner on top of my eyes now. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a great day. We'll talk to you later.